Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Making Dough Show.
This
is Anga.
And this is Matt.
And
you're watching Making Dough Show. Obviously, we're husband and wife. We own a restaurant in the San Antonio area, and we're passionate about helping other restaurant owners crush it in this business.
Oh, yeah.
And make some dough, people, right? And
Yeah.
keep it. Keep the dough. Make it and keep it. And eat it.
And live the life you want to live.
That's right. That's right. So if this is the first time you're watching a video from Making Dough Show, please subscribe to this channel. Let's stay connected and like it or whatever it is. We would love to hear from you. Where are you from? What is your restaurant? Tell us a little about yourself. How can we help you? Do you have any questions? Let's chat, okay? We're not, we're regular people. We're restaurant owners, and we just love this industry.
Oh, yeah. The
It's
taste
hard.
of the food, especially.
I know, yeah.
I mean, we're in pizza.
We actually love going to restaurants.
Yeah.
That's why we bought a restaurant, and then here we are.
That can get you into trouble, but it's so good while you're doing it.
I know. We would love market research. I also wanted to tell you that we have a free gift for you that I think you should take advantage of. Go to makingdoughshow.com, and the link will be down below. Also, this is an awesome PDF that has 52 different ideas for you, a year's worth of marketing ideas to grow your restaurant sales. If you want your restaurant sales to grow,
you got your dough recipe. Here's a dough recipe.
Good one. I like that, man. Yeah, that's a good one. All right. So, in a previous episode, we talked about how not to put things in writing, in text message, and whatever. Today, we're actually going to talk to you about the opposite.
Putting it in writing.
That's right. That's right. So, what are we talking?
Stamp it with official.
That's right. What are we talking about, Matthew, today?
We are talking about incident report documentation, however you want to call it. Whenever there's an issue, whether it's between people, whether it's between, one driver crashed into another car, or somebody decided to stick their finger in the cheese shredder for some unknown reason, you've got to document everything because...
or a customer's nasty.
Or a customer's nasty or something like that. Yeah. Whenever you might have a problem, might have, an insurance problem or a police problem or a government problem, then you've got to document it. And
actually, that's what police officers do every time there's an accident.
Yeah, and the secret to police officers, they do it in handwriting. It's so hard to read, they have to go translate it so they can make it what they need it to make it, right?
Yeah, so we got in an accident, unfortunately, a while ago, and it was one of the rare times. But the way it is with the police officers, like they have like two officers. They you go over there, talk to this officer. Yeah. This one comes over here, talks to this officer, and they both write down
the story.
Yeah, this is exactly what we do, and we think that restaurant owners need to be like police officers. We like police officers, just for the record.
They're restaurant owners. They've got a team. They know they're like police officers.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so going back to this conversation at hand, we're talking about documenting things and be actually very obsessed with it. And if you're a restaurant owner, you got to make sure your managers,
your team has to be obsessed.
They need to be obsessed.
It
they
needs
need
to
know
be their
that's
default,
the first thing they
mode.
do. Yeah, oh yeah, like without you asking, it needs to be. There was an issue and it got documented. If you don't have that, So we're gonna.
It's hard to teach the texting generation how to document things in
writing.
In writing,
Either
with punctuation, without autocorrect. It's very difficult.
Sign it, date it.
You've got to do it. They did have that in the first grade. You can count on it.
That's what we've been told. All right, so
that's true. We haven't checked.
I know, Matthew. Would you explain what makes a difference if there was an issue with a customer or a staff member said something to other staff members? How is that perceived among the team or whatever? What's one of the reasons you think this must happen?
Well, for one, it tells the team, the people that are helping you, and maybe the people that aren't, or the customer that's not, that you're making it official. You're documenting it, and that's the story. That's going to be the hard line, and you're telling them that we're talking about you. We're writing it down. We will remember it because we have it in writing, and it holds people to a higher standard. They sit up a little bit straighter, and it gives people that attention. Because we're trained in school. Like you get a detention, it's a write-up or something like that, or you get a suspension. It's in writing. So we're kind of trained for that. Discipline comes in writing in a kind of a stricter, all somber form, right?
Really, our team is really young, and I think
I didn't experience any of that. Don't worry.
I grew up in a foreign land, so we didn't even have that. So
didn't they have ear twisting or something like that?
That is an elementary.
That's why all Persian men have big ears. Is because they were,
not women.
Yeah, damn big noses.
Anyways, going back to the conversation.
I'm going to hear about this later. You can watch the Matt Nanga show later for that one.
Okay, going back to this, is that especially we have a young staff and many of them teenagers, they don't realize, hey, it is not okay for somebody to cuss, whatever thing it is, when we go document and the way we do it, an incident happens, everybody, you go, this is a piece of paper for you, they can type it or email it to us, or a piece of paper, go handwrite it, you date it, you sign it. So they need to go private, sit over there, what did you see, who said what, verbatim. He said, then she said, then I said, this is what I saw, not like you feel or vagueness, it needs to be very specific, verbatim.
Yep.
So Matthew said it's official.
This is a non-fiction story. Sometimes we have to explain the differences, and occasionally we do find some fictions.
Yeah. Reason number 2 is a scientifically fact research thing out there is that, like, literally, you remember 10% of,
if that,
less than 10% of a conversation, even a movie or a class or a conference or an incident or any memory of something.
If you're in a seminar, it's like 10%, and then it's down to like 4% within 2 weeks
like
after that. And that's when you're focused and paying attention. Incidents usually happen when somebody's not paying attention.
Yeah, and it's like a very high emotional thing. They kind of, whatever it is. And that moment, that's the time to capture the information, because within 10 days, it's going to be less than 10%. And we've had legal issues, sadly, with different employees and incidents we've had. And, you know, some of these, when it go, like, we had court and different issues that we had to deal with, that we came out victorious by God's grace. But we had to obviously pay the lawyer handsomely. And lawyers win no matter what. I don't want to go there. That's really political. But if, imagine in a year, this needs to go to court, and the staff members who witnessed something, how much of that will they at all even remember?
Are they even going to be on pay? Are they even going to be in the state?
Who knows where they're going to be?
They could be in another country. We have people going, getting transferred to Germany and stuff like that. Like,
when there is an incident, somebody dropped an equipment and they broke it. We get an incident report from everybody who witnessed that.
Yeah.
That it was this person who dropped it. It was this. Were they wearing what shoes they were supposed to wear or not? Have they watched that training or not? Whatever. Like, be very thorough. Everything is like an investigation.
Yeah. But the reason it's important to write it down, this is what, to wrap this up here, is that psychologically, humans, when they see something in writing, it's more official. It's like, hey, the menu says $10 for a pizza, as an example. And we see that, we go, okay, we got to pay $10. It never occurs to you that somebody just like decided, oh yeah, we're going to write $10 up here. And, because before we had some of our knowledge on menu costing and stuff like that, we're just guessing. No idea. And that makes it negotiable. It's like, you're going to order 5 pizzas, we give 20% off, right? But when you have it up there in writing, most people are going to pay sticker price. So when you put something in writing that describes an incident, big deal, somebody tried to shred their finger and it's all bloody. When you put that in writing, it makes it very official that, hey, the company had the safety sign, the company had the safety training, you did something stupid. Makes it very clear. You can't say that, but still, that's what happened. And when you put that stamp of, it's in writing, it's in ink, it makes it harder to argue with it. Now they can do the same thing too, but the company's investigation, the company's documentation matters a lot. And
even if it goes into court, those are fully valid evidence. Like, no one can argue with in the future, because they're like, these are the people who witnessed it, they documented it. Like, a lawyer will look at, oh yeah, those are all things I can build a case on, or if that is
especially a good company-wide pattern and system of doing it over the course of years. That gives a lot of strength and credibility to the system. That with paper you get, with ink, with that stamp, and that if you're just talking, oh yeah, she said this, blah blah blah, it doesn't carry that same weight.
And one of the things
you need the weight, as much weight on your side, because that law has a lot of weight on its side.
Yeah. So one of the things that we also like to do, if there is any inquiry that comes from the government side of town or anything, we send packages of things. So we had one incident with employee with unemployment. We're like, great, let's print out, because we log all the mistakes under this person. all their mistakes. On this day, on that day, they forgot to do this. They dropped this, or they were told to do this, they did not do it, or whatever. All of that. And also we had the incident report of this person came in. What did they say to this person? But they left, and they
Scan
came back.
Save it in the cloud.
Oh, and we watched.
Can't lose it.
We have it on camera. Okay, this person left the building, and they, like, whatever. We didn't really talk about.
Yeah, I know.
So all of that, we're like, oh, it comes. You come and barking at us, buddy. I'm gonna send you so much. You think we have all this information? And this is so rare, I think, from a mom and pop small restaurant.
Yeah, a lot of businesses don't have this, and have to try and survive.
Yeah.
They pay the high insurance or whatever, and so I mean, it's really has helped us.
That cases are dismissed.
But it's also created a company culture too, where everybody knows that we're holding them accountable, we're holding ourselves accountable, and we want to minimize this, if at all possible, as much as possible. So it's created a better teamwork environment that we're working together as a team, and so we've avoided some of these issues by trying really hard to grow our leadership and make sure these systems are in place.
Yeah. So we wanted to keep this video short. We keep going, but I wanted to say that if you do not have an incident,
pain makes you talk a long time, or not at all in mourning.
We've mourned, and we're over it, and we're trying to come out winner out of it. But I wanted to say that if you don't currently have a process and a procedure in place to document different incidents that happen in your restaurant, you need to start now, because sooner or later, I think the first year and a half in business, we were just surviving. We had no clue. Whatever it was, we didn't know. And God spared us. We had no legal issues. We had no money. We had nothing. But once you pass the thing and you have a thriving business, once you have more people going through your restaurant, sooner or later you're going to have some legal issues. Incidents will happen. You're dealing with people. You have got to have a procedure in place. Yep. We would love to hear, what do you have currently? What is it that you do in your restaurant? Please comment below. Let us know what it is that you currently do. We'd love to hear your ideas. Or if you don't have one in place, what is it that you're going to do? Put it down in writing so it's official. What are you going to do to make it better, your restaurant and all of that? Because you got to protect the dough, people.
Oh, yeah.
The minute you got a
dollar. If you're making the dough, you got to guard the dough, because somebody's always trying to take the dough from you.
Pretty much. The day's good once you bake it.
Especially the government.
Yeah, and disgruntled staff or whatever. There's some of that. But anyways, so with that, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a fantastic week.
Like the video.
Like the video, subscribe
below.
And stay tuned, and let's stay in touch. Bye.
Bye.